Good morning, FabCity. What's going on? Good morning. So it has been a while. Good morning. It is Friday morning, and it has been a while. My last day was on Monday here. I want to say good morning, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's a reason why I'm so big on community, because you have no idea what's that like to have a community that reaches out to you, that prays for you, that just pours into you right when you're going through rough times. So I'm letting you know right now, if you don't have community, you've got to build one, because it pulls you through. So on Monday I lost my dad, and I didn't think it was gonna hurt so bad because we had a strained relationship. So, I figured it wasn't gonna hurt, but I gotta tell you that it did. It was one of the hardest decisions that I've ever had to make. Having to stop the machines and pull the plug on my dad, like that was tough, especially when there's still a heartbeat there. And especially when you're a believer, right, in Christ. But I had to do it because I was tired of seeing my father suffering, and I just want to thank those who have reached out to me, because it was really hard. Sometimes people think she just lost a loved one, or she lost her dad, she lost her mom, but they don't think about the things that you're thinking about, how your relationship with them was, how you could have done more, how, you just memories and things like that. So I thank you for understanding that I needed, 3 days to myself, because I really needed that. I had a lot to reflect on, and those 3 days did me well. They did me well. And I just want to let you know that I'm grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for, which is another thing I encourage you to do, not only get community, I'm grateful for the relationship that I've built with God. Like, I feel like He prepared me for this week, because if I didn't have God in my life, I don't think that I would have responded the same. Like, now I'm able to, know that it's a transition. You know what I mean? None of us are going to be here forever. It's a transition from the physical to the spiritual realm, and that it's a beautiful thing. The spiritual realm is a beautiful thing. I think much more beautiful than the physical. So I had to understand that, and I encourage people to think like that and to celebrate life, because I realized that I could have easily been depressed and knocked down in the bed, just totally not eat healthy, right? Because I lost someone that I loved and that I cared about. And I could have totally just drove myself into the ground. But when you got community and you got Christ in your life and you're a believer, you don't do that. You know where you get your strength and your power from, and you know that the best thing for you to do is to keep it pushing and to keep moving. And I gotta say that those are one of the things I'm so grateful for today, because that just showed me how strong I am and how strong my faith is. Because a lot of times something could happen to you, and right away you want to run to the bed and you want to be depressed. You want to not eat. You want to disconnect from your community. You don't want to take care of yourself. You don't want to show up for yourself or other people. Like, you just isolated when things like this happen to you. And I gotta say, I'm thankful today that God was like, no, like, that's not how we do, right? That's not how you bring me glory. That's not how we do. That's not how we celebrate. And I'm just like, I'm not going to be that woman who gets in the bed that's depressed. Like, my life is over. I got to be understanding that it was a transition. Things happen in life. We're going to have to suffer. We're going to have to go through some pain. We're going to lose some loved ones, right? Things are going to happen that tear us apart. But who are we in those moments? And that matters, man. Who are you when those things happen to you? When you lose your mother, when you lose your father, when a relationship doesn't work out right, when you're going through a divorce or a miscarriage, whatever it is, you got financial issues. Who are you? And I got to say, in that moment, I'm like, I'm a believer of Christ. That's who I am. I am the daughter of the King. That's who I am. And nothing is going to tear me down. Nothing. And I tell you that I took 3 days, and those 3 days I wasn't in bed. Those 3 days I was journaling, I was praying, I was thinking, just conversating, trying to find good memories. And I was doing that in those 3 days. Not isolating myself, not hurting myself, digging myself into the ground, not being, I had some regrets here and there, but quickly I had to check myself. I had to do that for myself when I was like, oh, I could have been there more for my father, man. I could have visited him more. I sucked at this, and I began to do that. And right away I was like, that doesn't even sound normal to you anymore, because you don't speak like that. You don't have those, that's not you. So because that's not normal to me, it's easier for me to be like, get back to who you are. So that's why I'm saying it's so important that you start to build your relationship with God. You start to have community and stop trying to isolate yourself. Because I realized when I lost my father, I saw things in him that I didn't see when he was alive, right? Like I'm going to give you an example. And it made me realize how special everybody is on this earth. Like everybody. Like if I see the lady in the supermarket, like she's amazing. When my father was alive, we had a strange relationship because, he drank alcohol all his life. He did drugs, and we were giving up, and we were in foster care. And we just went through a lot, and it was just emotional. And I took that all the way to my adulthood. I just forgave him at the age of 35, and I'm 39. You know what I mean? It took longer than 15 years to come to terms with how my life was. But so I always looked at him like a failure. That's just the way it was. Like you're a failure. You failed us. You still on drugs. You know what I mean? I always looked at everything that was wrong, but only with him. And when he passed, I was like, oh my God, I just got like this thought. I was like, he was freaking amazing. And I'm like, I was just like him. Like he's outgoing, he's talkative, he's positive, he's always smiling, he's never down. Even though to me, he wasn't everything that I wanted him to be. But when he passed, it's like I got a glimpse of that, of like what a light he was, how amazing he was. And I remember him always saying to me, I'm so proud of you. He's like, you're just like me. And I remember telling him, I'm nothing like you. Letting that ego come up. Like, I'm better than you. Oh, I didn't choose drugs. Or I didn't make the mistakes you made. Not seeing that we were both human. And not seeing that I have made a shit ton of mistakes. The only thing that they were different from his, right? But who the heck was I to say that? And it was kind of like, I'm nothing like you. I didn't choose that route. And I thought about that when he passed. The words just came to me quick. You're so like me. And I agreed. Like I agreed, and I never agreed with that. And in that moment, I was like, I'm so like you. I'm so human the way you was. And, we chose to deal with our pain in different ways. We went different routes, but everybody has their own way of dealing with their pain. And in that moment, I'm like, man, everybody's so amazing to me. You know what I mean? They just deal with things differently, but they're so amazing. But I want you to deal with things in a way that are gonna serve you. And I say this because, right, we all deal with death differently. Some are depressed in bed, some are not eating, some let their life go. And me, I refuse to do that. We deal with things differently, and we're human, and we all go through things. But I say to you to deal with things in a way that is gonna serve you, that's gonna make you stronger and better. Don't deal with things that are going to take away from your life, from your physical, from your spiritual beliefs, from your relationship with God. Don't let anything take you to a level where you are disconnected, where you are isolated, where you become a disbeliever, where you start taking out your anger and treating other people like crap because you're going through something. Don't ever do that. And I'm happy and I'm glad. Like I love my coach. I love my MP, man. She's just been rock solid. So when I always stress you and I'm like, you better go get yourself a mastermind partner, you better go get yourself a community, it is not a game. You hear me? She is my rock. Um, and just her every day, just checking on me, and I'm just like, man, that's everything to me. And I remember telling her on Thursday, I'm just like, I gotta get back on this tea time, and it gotta be Friday. I gotta show people to still be strong, and to still put themselves first. Don't let that guilt and that shame kill you, man, because I almost felt it. Like, how can I get right back to work? How can I get back in the swing of things? How can I get back to my health? How can I, all these things when so-and-so passed away, or this is happening, or so-and-so suffering. Like, don't do that to yourself. That's guilt, that's shame, that's you feeling like you can't move on, like you don't got a life. Don't do that. And I said to myself, I said, wow, how many powerful leaders go through these things? They lose parents when they got to go speak on stage probably in 2 days. Like, you know what I mean? They go through physical pain and they got a show must go on. Like, that's the type of woman that I am. I always want to be. And that's what I want for you. The show must go on. And I was like, my father would be proud to see me have a couple of days with him and get right back into business and do what I do, because he knows why I do it. My mission is to empower women, right? To set them free from themselves, because we are worst enemies. How beautiful would that be to just get right back into work, show God my faith, my strength, and he will honor that. And not only that, get back to work and put some things in my work that my father has taught me, that I've come to learn now after the passing, right? I went to his house to clean it out, and almost on every envelope, sheet of paper, oh my God, his calendar, like this thing was everywhere on the fridge. There was a smiley face, and it said, smiling is healthy for us. And it was on every freaking piece of paper. Like, we were all looking at each other like, wow, no matter what he went through, no matter how much pain he was in, no matter how much rejection he felt from us because we were in pain, that man's attitude was like positive on 100. And I took it like, you don't give a shit. You don't regret what you've done. You walk around here, like you never hurt anybody. Man, that's far from the truth. I see now our strength is so much alike. Like, that's how I am. I don't walk around like, no, when things happen, like chin up, and people may think I'm not remorseful. I'm not, and it's not that. It's like, smiling is healthy for us, and the show must go on, and I can't keep myself in my past. And I'm like, that's what my father was doing the whole time, and I took it a totally different way. It's just like anybody who's going through something with a spouse, and the next morning they want to wake up and say good morning and go on with the day, and you're like, oh, you forgot what you did yesterday? Right? This whole experience is making me look at things differently. And I'm like, people don't want to wake up the same as yesterday, man. So if they wake up tomorrow saying good morning and they gave you a headache last night, take that good morning, man. It's a part of growth. It's showing you something different. But if you want things to be the same, then that's on you. There's people who's just going to go past that. So when I walked in the house and I saw all those signs, smile is healthy, I'm just like, wow. He was reminding himself that that's who he had to be. That's what he had to do. And I'm like, we need to set those reminders for ourselves. Where's your smiley face in your kitchen, in your bathroom, in your phone, right? Where are your notes? Where's that reminder to you that when things get rough, you still got to step up. You got to move forward. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm like, right now, I got retreat in a couple of weeks. I got to show up hard. You know what I mean? Stronger than ever. And, I'm going to Puerto Rico in January. Like, what I said this weekend, I said, I felt like this newfound strength. And I told my MP this, I said, I feel stronger than ever, like than before. It's crazy. And people will be like, I feel weaker than ever before. And that's because you're allowing it to. You are allowing that. It's what you allow into your life. And I'm like, nah, I'm stronger. So I see me putting 10x, 20x time more energy behind my business. Showing up hard, like just doing what I do, but on another level. And I know that I gained an angel, and that's why I feel that power. And I know that God is honoring what I'm telling you he honors. And he's honoring me right now, and he's just going to make me do everything just on another level. And I'm going to have the strength and power to do that. So my message to you today is get community, right? And if you're part of one, start plugging back in. Stop being so isolated. You only hurt yourself. And when you go through a rough time, you're not going to have anybody. There's a simple message which blessed my heart this whole week. Text messages, like from a lot of you. Like that was everything. You know what I mean? So get community. 2, we got to set reminders for ourselves, because things are going to get rocky. I'm going to tell you that right now. Things are going to get rocky, and you got to be prepared for it. So start building your relationship with Christ. I'm going to tell you right now, that is the relationship that has me here live on Friday, has me going to pick up my father's ashes in a little bit, has me doing paperwork, like cleaning out his apartment. Like I'm on 100 right now. Like I'm strong. I'm going to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? It hurt. I may cry later in the middle of the night. I may lose a couple of hours of sleep because my mind is all over the place. But while I'm up during the day, I'm going to be a sharpshooter, a boss, always, no matter what. That's just who I am. So I'm telling you, that power comes from God. It comes from God. He knows my deepest desires was in my heart. He knows who I want to be and what I want to do. So he's not going to allow anything like that to distort me. But he knows that I believe him for that. And that's the difference. He wants the same thing for you. But when you're not believing him for that, you're in that bed, sick and isolated. So build that relationship with God. Get plugged back into your community, because they want to love you, right? They want to support you. But you got to show up and let people know what's going on in your life so that you can get that help. And that's why I thank my MP, because I told her, you know, can you log on to FabCity and can you let them know what's going on? I owe that to them. I can't just fall off the face of the earth, right? And then again, I asked her yesterday, could you tell them I'll be back? You know, when my mind is elsewhere, my community is supporting me and taking care of me, man. And there's going to come a time in your life when your mind is going to be elsewhere and you're going to need that somebody. So trust God, believe him for his power, his strength, and everything that he wants for you. And he's going to show you. He's going to show you, like he's showing me, how and what to do for his glory. He's showing this right here, this strength, this whole week that I've been a boss in my house. It's like he's showing me how. He's leading my steps. And who's going to do that for you when you don't know what to do? Right? When you don't know what step to take next, what move to go, what direction. Who else is going to do that for you but God? You will be lost without him. I'm telling you right now, because when it happened so fast. I'm like, this never happened to me. I don't even know what to do. And all of a sudden it just came. Call this place, call that person. You show up here. After you get this paperwork, you fax it here. And then it started slowing down. Like, I got you. It's peaceful. When it first happened, it's like this. What's next? What do I do? And it's just like, and I let him take that lead. And today I'm going on the last step. I'm getting the ashes. I'm doing what my dad asked me to do with them. And I'm good. So I'm telling you, that relationship is everything, man, because anxiety will kill you. Depression will kill you. Negative talk will kill you. Isolation will kill you. Build that relationship. He brings those people into your life, but you just got to show up and do the work. I love you, FabCity. I love you. I appreciate you with everything that I got, man. You've been so amazing. I thank you for the comments, for the messages, for the outpour. That is everything to me and my family, because as you keep me strong, I'm able to keep the other people that are counting on my strength strong. And that's everything. It's just a ripple effect. I'm telling you, man, we affect each other. So let's be good to each other. Let's be inspirations. And when something is going on, this is your group too. This is your community too. Don't ever feel like you can't post here. Hey, I lost my sister and I'm going through a rough time. Hey, I got a family member in the hospital. Can you pray for me? Who are my warriors in here? This is your group too. I'm not the only person that needs support. I'm not the only person going through things. I'm not the only person that lost a parent. There's like 160 of us in here. You know what I mean? We're all going through something, whether that's physical challenges, health challenges, marriage challenges. We've got to share what is going on in our lives, because somebody in here is going to be that friend to you. Somebody in here is going to be that community to you, your prayer warrior. But you've got to be able to say, hey, I've had a rough freaking month, man, or this happened to me. And I guarantee you there will not be crickets, because we all going through something. I guarantee you will see a lot of Me Too's. Oh yeah, oh my sister, oh my uncle. Hey, I'll connect you. Man, and I'm telling you this because I know this is a word from God right now to each and every one of you, to be active in this community, to be active in your other communities, to come forward, because he knows that you're going through some things. He knows what's on your heart. He knows how weak you feel, and he knows how you don't deal with it the best that you can because you're not plugged in. So that's my message to you today. I'm telling you right now, this is your community. This ain't ties. I can't post that there. I can't say that here. I can't share this video here. No, that's not who I am. That's not my heart. We're all one. We are all one. You hear me? And we are all God's children. So let's do that. Let's be here for each other. Let's support each other. Let's love each other. None of us could judge each other. And none of us could throw stones, right? So why be worried about seeing what's going on in your life? Nobody in here has never sinned, right? So let's be here for each other. I love y'all. Thank you so much. The Boys Club, I'll be there soon. Y'all already know. Super, super love. I love all of y'all. And just pray for me today as I take this last step. And I do what my Father has asked me to do for him, and I glorify God. I love you all. Have an amazing, amazing morning, man. You guys are absolutely the best.